All right, we're like a minute early, but that's fine. That's fine. We can start things a minute early. Hello, 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 hello. Maybe you guys can give me an opinion. What do you think of the? So, hello, welcome. We're here. I have molds to show off. But first things first. What do you guys think of the like kind of like paper outline of the stream? Good? Bad? I don't know. I'm trying some things out. So, thoughts? Is it distracting? Is it kind of cool? Should it be like slightly like not as thick? I don't know. I'm looking for ideas. I want to spruce things up. We're doing some spring cleaning on the channel. That's the idea, anyways. I've got some molds. I'll show you guys the new molds I got. I've had this one for a while. Still haven't unpacked it though. My mom got it for me. I think she got it on clearance somewhere. But maybe we'll do something there. I have an idea for this mold. But I want to get an opinion from you, and I don't think I'm gonna use it for the thing that I'm thinking of today. But I have an idea. But these are the two that I got recently. I made the mistake of going to a craft store, let's be honest. And they had molds that I've been wanting for probably at least a year and a half. I've been like, man, I want to do that at some point, but I don't really need them. And then I was at the craft store and I saw them. So I got them. And that is, they are plug-in and light switch covers. Which honestly, I could use a light switch cover. I need like a single light switch cover in a couple of spots actually in my house. So like, maybe we could make something cool for like my bathroom, which doesn't have a light switch cover at the moment, which is probably a hazard. So I've got light switch covers, and we'll do definitely something there. I don't know how many of those we'll do, but I want to do at least the single one, and we'll try it out. And then I also got some little, this is actually for cooking or baking or something. I think it's for chocolates maybe, but it's little tombstones. Part of the reason that this appealed to me actually was that it actually is quite detailed. Like it has the small text in it. I feel like a lot of the like, hello, good afternoon. I feel like a lot of the like baking ones, they aren't very detailed usually. Usually it's just like, this is the rough shape of a bat, but this one actually has like the very like thin lines and stuff, which I don't usually see in like the baking ones. And I'm going to a couple of like Halloween kind of themed events. I know! Yay! Well, we'll see if I continue doing Sunday streams. It might become a thing. This might be the day that I stream, so maybe I'll be able to make more. But no, I'm doing a couple of Halloween themed things coming up. So I'm gonna make some little tombstone magnets because I thought that would be good. I thought they'd be a little big for like pendants, but magnets I could do. So I do have some ideas for this. I want to do probably a couple of them at least. Just dusted with like these multi-chrome flakes. I haven't picked colors or anything, but you know, they're like kind of more than one color. So pick a couple of these, do that. And I don't really have designs figured out for everything else or anything else. I figured we could kind of figure it out as we go. Maybe we could talk some ideas while I start dusting one of these molds. First I gotta decide which color I want to do and which one of these little tombstones I want to do. Maybe I'll just go with like the classic like RIP one down in the corner here. Gotta pick a color. The green and pink's kind of cool. But I mean, I like the like green and purple kind of one. Like that's my favorite. Yeah, true. Sometimes it is. That's how I usually get things done, is just kind of throw stuff at the wall and see if it sticks. Let's do this one. This one's kind of funky. So, we'll do this. Oh, I can tell you about the idea I had. Literally, I was just driving home, helping my parents out with some stuff. I was driving home and was thinking about the stream today. And I have always felt weird doing any sort of like, you know, like the normal streamer things, like subathons and stuff. I don't know. It's always weird to me. Like I don't care when other people do it, but it's weird. I feel like to ask for like some, you know, money and subscribers and things. I don't know why. It's just awkward. But I had an idea of like I could do a thing where if people like donate, I would make like, they could pick a design or a color or something and I'd fill in the letters and make them. So like donations for designs. That's what you've been doing with this little dice mold you made with just throwing things in it. Yeah, I mean, I just kind of consider everything I make an experiment. And that way if it doesn't turn out, it's fine. And if it does turn out, it's a happy accident. I have been doing this long enough now that I can usually kind of guess how things are going to turn out. But even still, sometimes you know, things are just a surprise. And sometimes that's fun. Sometimes it's, you know, you got extra resin, you throw it into a mold, and then it's like the coolest thing ever. That happens. I feel like that the coolest dice are always the ones where you're just like, I have leftover resin, I need to put into a mold. It's always like the leftover resin ones, and then you're like, okay, how did I do this? So you ended up with watermelon style dice. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. It's definitely not in the corner there. Get that in there. I think this is a nice simple design, but I think it'll be pretty. I did some phone grips that were like this recently, just solid multi-chrome, and honestly they look pretty cool. They look pretty cool. Flatten that stuff down. Yeah, on the one hand, I'm like, that could be fun, you know, like, you know, you donate a certain amount, and then you can pick a design for, you know, like the letter that your username starts with or something, or you can pick a letter or something that hasn't been taken. At the same time, though, it's just like, well, I usually kind of treat my streams as collaborative anyways. I'm usually asking people, hey, what do you think we should do, like, anyways? So it seems a little bit strange to suddenly change it so that you have to pay to do that. Maybe that's part of the reason I feel like it's weird to me to ask for money for streaming and stuff. I don't know. Again, it's one of those weird hang-ups that I have. Like I have no problem with other people doing it, but I feel weird doing it. Maybe it's because I something for the higher Patreon tiers too. Yeah, I mean I could just do it for all of the Patreon tiers at the moment. I've got like 10 patrons. Actually, do I have like 10? Wow, that's gone up. Now that I'm thinking about it, that could be fun though too. We could start with them. I could start with that. I could message all my patrons and have them pick first, and then do it like start with those, ship them out, and then go into but see, I honestly was not thinking about shipping them out, which sounds weird, but like, I was thinking of just making them on stream together type thing. Probably labeling them so you could see like who suggested which one. Put this lid on. I think that's pretty good. But it's one of those things I'd have to think about more. It's kind of cool. Look, you can see like the green to pink. It's a cool transition. Should we do another one like this in a different color? I did also get these flakes recently that are very similar. They dust on the same way, but they're all, you know, semi-transparent. I could do one of these with like a white background. I think it'll be easier the fewer resin colors we have to do. Oh, I also got this recently. We should try some of these. Let's try one of these. These are very fine holographic glitter. So let's try one of the holographic glitters too, and we can try one of these ones too. We'll try one of these ones too. But let's decide on holographic glitter. What color of holographic glitter do we want? Do we want the like black? I've got like a black one. We've got like a peach sort of color, a pink, a silver, a gold, and a blue as well. What color should we do? I'm leaning towards black just because gravestones. That's my thought here. The black might be kind of cool. Yeah, okay, we're on the same page. We're on the same page. All right. I'm gonna grab a little bit of tape here. I want to get some of the other stuff out of here. I'm trying to make it so that I'll do the next one over, but since we're making a mess down in this corner anyways, but I don't want the multi-chrome stuff in there. Stick that there for now. Ooh! I know, right? I know. I was sort of teasing a friend yesterday because she literally just got engaged. And we were talking wedding ideas. I can't remember how we got on the topic, but it got to the idea of we're just gonna throw their wedding at 3 a.m. in the middle of a graveyard. And then we were like, okay, but what are the wedding colors? We decided on neon, I think. I'm all for this. I love the idea of a neon wedding in the middle of a graveyard. My like little goth heart is very happy with this idea. I wonder if this is gonna feel a little bit. It doesn't feel very rainbowy, but I think it will more once we actually get it dusted. I mean, I'm one of those folks that would love that. I don't know. It's such a vibe. Yeah, let's do the black. Let's do the black. Also, welcome to. How you doing? Glad you could join us. I do think that the black background will work out, though. One of your friends got married at a Halloween party? That was the other, that's what we were saying too. We tell everyone it's a costume party and don't tell them what the theme is. And we were talking about themed weddings afterwards. I think that was the graveyard discussion happened, and then later we were talking about themed weddings. And one of the ideas was costume party, but don't tell anybody what the theme is. I think I might actually be adding a little bit of purple since I used the same thing. She literally has a countdown clock to Halloween. That is pretty cool. I had someone suggest at one point, because I've done handmade dice advent calendars the past few years. I'm in the middle of working on the ones for this year. I had someone suggest at one point doing Halloween countdown calendars. And I mean, I think that'd be pretty cool. And honestly, like, the people who like dice and people who like Halloween, there's definitely some overlap there. Let's be real. Like, there's gotta be overlap there. At least maybe the demographic that I've ended up in. Yeah! The thing is, though, it's like a lot of dice, so they end up quite expensive. I think. But it'd be cool. I honestly just keep thinking about it too late, and it would be a lot of dice. Yeah, well, I mean, it's an Advent is the season of Advent is the one leading up to Christmas. But yes, I've heard of countdown clocks for Halloween. I don't think I've actually like seen one, but I've heard of them. I think that's probably about as evenly covered as it's gonna get. I think there's some spots that maybe aren't as covered, but I don't think I'm gonna get them. Could be a 2-week-long one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I suppose so. The perfect use of a lab coat. I've discovered it. This is also part of my my sprucing up the channel thing, is I have a lab coat now. we'll just try the black. We'll just try that one. I do need to maybe move some things over. Should I set these up here? I just got these. They were still in the box. Major holiday one where each just be open on a certain holiday. That's kind of a cool idea, actually. A holiday calendar. You get it for like the year, and then on different holidays you open doors. There's a lot of holidays though, that's for sure. You have to kind of decide which ones you want to, you have to pick and choose a bit. Alright, I did that, and then we're talking about doing one of these. These are so pretty, guys. Oh, I should show you. So I'm not going to do any dice today, because I don't want to have to pull out the pressure pot, and I figure these things are not going to go in the pressure pot. But I do have some stuff over here for dice. One of them is a liquid core that has some of the new flakes in it. It's so pretty. The new flakes are so pretty. And I've got a whole bunch of them. Are we gonna do this with a black background? I wonder if I can show you the colors. The problem is that, like, I can see, you know, the color shift, but it's hard to show off on camera. I also can't grab them all at once. There we go. Oh, you can see the color shift. Excellent. A little bit. You can see some of it. There's glare, but you can see some of the different colors. Oh, that's what I was gonna do at some point. I was gonna make just some like liquid cores, not the actual like liquid core dice, but just the liquid cores, and then turn them into like pendants. I should do that. I have some bigger ones that don't fit into dice, so those would be, that'd be a good use for those. I want to do some more liquid. Oh, they're so pretty. They are the ones from Let's Resin. They're the, what are they? Chunky flakes, I think, from Let's Resin on Amazon. And they're so pretty. I spent like a few weeks gushing about them to my brother. I'm like, I shouldn't get more materials, but they're so pretty. And finally he's like, just get them. You've been talking about them for a month. I'm like, okay, I'll get them. It did not take very much convincing. But they're very pretty. Maybe we could try this like brown yellow one. It's kind of like an orangey color. I'm not sure how it would look with black behind it. Wait, actually, I think we could figure this out. Yeah, they have, they're pigments at the very least. I've heard that their silicone has some cure inhibition problems, but their flakes and their pigments for sure are great. Yeah, you can see these a lot better, I think, here. I'm going to pour out these paint chips. Might be a little loud. If you are new to my stuff, my paint chips, quote unquote, here are pretty much all of the pigments that I have. So like, here's the I can't grab it. I can't grab it. Ugh. Here's like the one that we dusted into that first mold, the green to pink multi-chrome. But let me pull out these flakes here and we can decide which one we want to do. I think this is the one I was thinking, brown to yellow. But we can put it on a dark background and figure out what it might look like. Look like, I can't talk either. Ooh. It's gonna be, yeah. How about this one? Let's try this one. I'm gonna try this one. Yeah, we're gonna do the brown yellow. There's so many colors. Wait, I have glow in the. We could do glow. Oh, we could do glow in the dark ones, guys. I've got glow in the dark pigments. I'm not gonna dust it in, but we could just make some glow in the dark resin. Glow in the dark tombstone magnets. I like this idea. I could make a glow in the dark and maybe like a swirl of like glow in the dark and something else for my light switch cover too. That could be fun. Okay. What color glow in the dark? What color glow in the dark should we do? I mean, I've got the like classic, very bright glow, glow in the dark, you know, kind of the green yellow, but I have it in pretty much any color too. I could also mix that with some other stuff. I made some interesting dice recently that are black. They're they're black, and then they are also glow in the dark. It's kind of weird because they're black and then they glow that green-yellow color. I wonder if I could show you. Let me grab one of those real quick. I don't know why I still have these out. My emotional support glitter flakes that I got. Okay. Where's the purple? Okay, I lost it. Oh, here it is. Brown yellow. We're gonna do that one. So you do resin stuff as well too? That's the since you mentioned Let's Resin. Do you also do dice or just all sorts of different things, or what do you make? Let me see if I have one of those. Oh no, they're upstairs, aren't they? Wait, no, I have this right here. I think this was some leftover resin from it. Let me see if I can make it succeed. Just a second. I'll be right back. Let me the light. Okay. Oh no, the window! The window! Sorry, there's a window right there. You couldn't tell. Well, let's see if we can get it to glow anyways. Oh yeah, you can see the green. Yeah, look how green it turns. It definitely glows more when there's not a big window off to the side, but even then, it turns very green. It's such a green color. All right, let me turn the light back on. Let me get the light. Okay. I also got a new little torch for little UV torch. It's kind of fun just shining the UV torch over here and seeing what fluoresces. But I'm definitely gonna have to use that that knowledge that I can do like something that's black and make it glow really bright green. I'm definitely gonna have to use that to my advantage here, because that's really weird. It's weird and kind of fun. Oh, I guess I could just make glow in the dark. I could make black resin that's glow in the dark. I could just do that. Like that, that could just be what we do too. Alright, well, we'll dust these flakes in while we decide on that. But I think some sort of glow in the dark, I was thinking an opaque black, at least behind these ones. But we could do, what am I doing here? We could do a different black that is, let me get the little bits of flakes out. That's cool. Just like for fun, or do you have a shop or anything for your dice? How long have you been doing it? Let me grill you on all these questions. Now that you showed up at my stream, we're gonna make it all awkward and ask you all sorts of things. Welcome. I don't know. I'm always excited to see other people that are making dice, making stuff. We'll do the one with. We're gonna do the one with the little skulls, I think, for these flakes. Oh, they're so thin. Don't breathe too hard or they will go everywhere. A new gaming store opened up kind of closest to you. Oh yeah. Yeah, I talked to the local gaming store a while back about things. I should see if they pretty new to it, offer about a year. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, okay, cool. Black glitter. Oh no. Well, this one also has black holographic glitter in it now, because I didn't think about the fact that I had this full of black holographic glitter. And it's very, very fine. That's okay. I think they'll look fine. Like, it looks weird now with the orange background, but I think once we have the black background, it'll be fine. Should have grabbed a new brush. Oh well. Ooh. How are things, how are you doing? That seems like a major thing. Yeah, we don't really get tornadoes here. We get like little dust devils and stuff. We don't really get tornadoes. I'm trying to think of like extreme weather. We get big windstorms, but like we're used to that. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, every once in a while we get windstorms that are like 80 miles an hour or whatever, but I feel like we're used to... Oh, good. They're back up and running. That's good. Alright, yeah, this is going to be a mix of the flakes and the black holographic glitter, because I've made a mistake. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't know if I should go talk to the game store. I don't know if I'd... It's so... Selling things is, like, my goodness. There's no necessarily one right way to do it. To, like, sell things. You know, you can sell online, you can sell in person. I don't know what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like, and also just at the price point that I sell things at, I don't know how well that would work for just a local game store. I'm not sure. Should we do one more in a different multi-chrome, or should we move on to something else? Oh, you know what we could also do? How about just some purple foil? Purple, we could do purple, and we could do like purple and copper foil and kind of brush that in there, and then it'll have a black background. Let's try that. We're just brushing things in there today. That seems to be the theme of today's tombstones. It's just brushing things into the mold. I will grab a brush that's clean and not completely covered in black glitter. Hopefully. Or brushing everything against the walls, the case may be. Yeah, pretty much. That is kind of what, you know, the plan for today, though, is just to, like, try a bunch of things. Throw some purple. I think I'm going to throw, like, some flakes in there, and then I will tamp them down. A brush with death? Hey! Yeah, you get it. You get it. I'm actually looking for some small pieces. That's bigger pieces. Okay. All right. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by for a little bit. All right. Brush those in there. I am thinking, so like the plan is to stream now on Sundays. So, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that'll work out for more people. People have like Sunday evenings and stuff off, and also it's a slightly different time. So I don't know. What do you guys thinking Sunday's good? I mean, obviously you're the ones that are here, so there's gonna be a little bit of a bias towards people that probably have this time off on Sundays. That makes sense? Like, if you're here right now, you probably have time off on Sundays at this time. But at the same time, I'm still looking for feedback on that. Ooh, that might be kind of cool. That might be kind of cool, actually. I'll show you in just a second what we got going on here. I'm just trying to Get that last little piece of foil stuck in there. You love Sunday? Alright. Well, sweet. Got that purple. It looks weird now with the orange background, but think about it with a black background. A little bit of that black poking through and kind of the purple and the copper. I think I like it. Yeah, 7:30 there. I think this time it kind of works out in more time zones, I guess. Cause like noon is like a weird time for people in some places, and then I used to do 7 p.m. and that's like, you know, 1 in the morning or whatever for people in like Europe and stuff. So maybe this is better. Okay, so these ones I'm gonna do an opaque black. Let me grab the stuff out for that. I'm gonna do an opaque black. I'm probably gonna want to do a lot of it. I have big mixing things now. Oh, am I gonna want to do like a whole 200 milliliters? Gonna want to do a lot of resin. I don't know how much resin these are gonna take. These are probably gonna take let me think about this. Probably at least 10 milliliters, maybe 15. Probably 15 milliliters, you think, for each one of these? 10, maybe? So that'd be about 40. Handy for gathering up inks for combo pours? Wait, what? What's handy for gathering up inks for combo pours? What? Are all silicone molds the same? I mean, no, but you can pretty much use any of them for resin. Like, they're different thicknesses and stuff. Like, this is definitely a lot more wobbly than, say, this. This is a slightly thicker. And this is made for resin, and this is made for food. And not all silicones are the same. So they have different hardnesses. They've got different food safety. There's food safe silicone, and there's just regular silicone. There's platinum cure. There's tin cure. Oh, I see. Have you seen my setup here? Have you seen how I have my inks? You guys want to come in for a close-up of my organization over here? It's a little wobbly, but here's all of my stuff. So this is Micah's. I have a lot of stuff. I have Micah's up here. I've got some these are some multi-chrome Micah's, and then I've got, this is all glow in the dark, and then this is all inks, and then I've got glitter down here. And I've got some bigger things that wouldn't fit on the shelves here, you know. It is pigment heaven. I know. I've got a problem, I think. I will say I didn't get all of this stuff myself. I just ended up with my grandma texted me recently, and she was like, "Hey, do you use alcohol inks?" Because she was moving and she's, you know, sorting through a bunch of her stuff to get rid of or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I use alcohol inks all the time. She's like, "You want some alcohol inks?" I'm like, yes, absolutely, I'll take more alcohol inks. So she gave me a whole set of more alcohol inks. I'm like, I'm not complaining. I got some of my first mica powders, I think, from her too. I got some really nice Pearl X ones. She used to do a lot of polymer clay. So I've inherited a lot of pigments, but also I've bought a lot of pigments because they're so pretty. It is nice. I do have space for this stuff too. It is nice. I'm very lucky in a lot of regards to all of this stuff. Having the space for it. Don't look on that side of the room. Oh, I need to unbury that at some point. I need to make soap. Would you guys be interested in seeing how I make soap? I'm thinking of making some a wizard spellbook page soap. So kind of a tan color, and it has lines on it. It looks like a wizard spellbook page. I went and got some stuff for that, because I had a scent that I wanted, and then I didn't have quite enough of it. Okay. Maybe we'll, those usually end up as pretty short live streams, I'll be honest. Usually those end up as an hour. But I could do it as a video too, I suppose. Branch out a little bit from the resin. But I need to, I will, very, very quick look at that side of the room. It's a mess. I need to unbury all my soap stuff. There's soap things all buried. Alright. So we've got 4 more of these. Oh, 4 more of these that we could do. I do think a glow-in-the-dark one would be fun. You've been searching for a dragonfly. Now that you see use food molds, that will help your search. Live in Canada, supplies are scarce. Yeah, you can use the food ones. You could also use like polymer clay ones. I've seen like little molds for like polymer clay, for like different shapes and things. I thought you were saying you were looking for an actual dragonfly. For a second there, I was like, I've got a dragonfly. I still have no idea what I'm gonna do with this. Sorry if you're not into bugs, but I still have no idea what I'm gonna do with this little guy. But I have a big dragonfly. But yeah, pretty much any of the silicone stuff I think should work for. They're so cool. I've also got a moth and a fly just sitting in a cup over here that I need to put away. Yes, thank you, dragonflies. I appreciate you eating mosquitoes. I woke up like last week, and I just had like mosquito bites. I'm thinking it's mosquito bites, like all up this arm. Who makes that one? It's just a dragonfly that my parents pulled out of their friend's pool. It's just an actual dragonfly. Who makes that one? Nature! I also have a whole container of bees back here, like actual bees. I've got a bunch of random bugs and things. It's interesting when you start doing resin and you're just like, oh look, a dead fly, perfect for my collection. I shall use this in the future. It's the problem with being an artist. I've got so much random junk that's not even just stuff for resin. I've just got a bunch of random junk. I'm like, I could use this in an art project later. Ooh, the husk of a cicada, that'd be cool too. Okay guys, we gotta figure out what we want to do for these ones. Should we do black with glow in the dark? For like, but I feel like it needs something else in it too. We could do some of the flaky flakes, like this one that I showed before that glows in the dark. It has like some little purple flakes in it. We could do, it never wants to show where I want it to show. You can get into the purple flakes. The bugs are usually pretty good. They usually, the hard bits stick around. Like that dragonfly is pretty much hollow. It's just the hard bits that are left. The crunchy bits. Yeah. Part of the reason I haven't put that in resin is I think I need to fill it with resin first because it's pretty much hollow. I'd need to figure that out, otherwise I worry I would crush it if I put it in like the pressure pot or whatever. But yeah, so maybe black with something in it, some sort of flake or something. Well, we could do like a spacey one. You could do kind of like a spacey one. But yeah, I'm thinking like glow in the dark, black ink, and then should we do, Ben's Works has got an angelfish in resin. 8 months on, there's no decomposition. Interesting. I mean, you do want to make sure things are dry, because the water doesn't react well with the resin, I imagine. I imagine it's not a wet angelfish. Let's see, what color space with glowy stuff? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking black and with the glow in the dark, and then like one of the pretty flakies mixed into the black, kind of like we've got going on here with this one. We could dust a little bit into the mold too. Yeah, which reminds me, I should have some flowers over there that I was gonna press, but yeah, you want to make sure they're dried out. You can get stuff to like dry them out and keep their shape and stuff, but I have not really gotten that to work. Usually I just get stuff that's already dry. A bunch of fruit and resin, and there's very little decomposition. Was it dried though, or was it still wet? Was it still like mostly discoloration? Yeah, you get discoloration as things dry and stuff, but was the fruit like It was still wet? Weird. Weird. It's so strange to me. Maybe like this green one. Should we do like kind of green flakes in there? Kind of match the green glow. And then we could do maybe some like blue, just some blue resin maybe. Put in there too. Maybe I should just make some, what if I made like really dark blue and really dark purple? Yeah, you could link a video in the Discord. Take a look. What if we just like I did a really dark blue and a really dark purple instead of just black? Kind of mix those up a little bit. We have kind of like our greenish flakes and our glow in the dark. I know I'm adding more colors of resin to mix up, which I said I didn't want to do, but I should make this space themed. Okay, I want to do the blue and the purple because I want to make this space theme. We're gonna dust like a little bit of this in here too, I think. Maybe we'll do a couple of colors. Violet aqua and violet blue and lime blue. We'll do kind of some of these colors. And then we will do like a dark blue. We'll just do, no, my ink. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I'll do some navy. I know the color shifts are always pretty. I usually do the duo pink blue for like galaxy stuff. But we'll do like a dark blue and then we'll mix some like purple. Actually, maybe I'll do a black, a blue, and a purple. Have it kind of like all swirling together. So we'll do 3 colors and then we'll do some of this color shift stuff in there. And then I could do stars, but maybe I will just add, where did that go? I had, just a second. Where'd my glitter go? Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. Where did it go? I had holographic glitter. Where did it go? Where'd my holographic glitter from there go? Oh, that's right, I dropped it. It's down there. I found my holographic glitter. I used it the other day. That's gonna be a pain to get to. I'm gonna need to go around the side, I think, and crawl under the table. Should we, do I want holographic glitter for stars? I kind of want holographic glitter for stars. Okay. You can, here, I will set this up so you can watch me on my trek down below. I'm just gonna set you there. I'll be right around. Just a second. I gotta crawl under a table. Ugh. I've made it. Ah. Ooh, that's a good spider. Got it. All right, we're back. And here we see now. Yes. Ooh. Yes. And here we see an alchemist in their natural habitat. Yep. All right, I've got my glitter. Crawling through their laboratory in a lab coat. Unfortunately, they are not in safety goggles, as they often are. Okay, let me see here. That will mix in with like the resin. How much resin is this going to take? Probably not a ton, right? We're going to do a couple of these as well, probably. I'll just pull these out. Might as well just pull those out. And that. And that. but we'll brush some of this onto here. I'm thinking I'm probably not going to get to the letter molds today. Oh, but I am still looking for feedback on the idea of, like, I'm trying to figure out how it would work, but also, like, I'm trying to figure out, like, if people would find it interesting or anything. If I did a thing where, like, you could donate in chat to have your design made into, like, you know, you get a letter type thing. But I feel like it'd be a thing where I'm making them, but I'm not shipping them to people. So I don't know how that would necessarily work, or if there'd be interest in that. I'm trying to think on it. And again, I always feel weird asking, I don't know, it feels weird to ask people to, like, subscribe or donate in chat. Is there really different, like, so it's not that different, like, physically, I suppose, to stream on YouTube versus Twitch. So I started streaming on Twitch before I streamed on YouTube. I did that for a while, actually. I streamed on Twitch. It was a fun time. And then I decided I wanted to do edited stuff. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna move everything over to YouTube. I debated a while on whether I wanted to do that or not, or if I wanted to still have Twitch and still have YouTube. Honestly, I'm glad, because, like, I can't even watch stuff on Twitch anymore. It's just annoying to me now. I've never been a big, like, stream watcher in general, but just the way the ads are set up and stuff, I'd much rather watch a stream on YouTube. It's harder to find streams on YouTube, I will say. Like, if I want to watch, like, a live stream, just any live stream, and I want to watch, like, a live stream about arts and crafts, it's much easier to find that on Twitch. Yeah, I think the split is better on YouTube too. I say like I'm making any money on YouTube. I'm not. I do actually have it set up so that you can donate in live stream chats or become a member of my channel, but I don't get any ad revenue at the moment. Not quite there yet. I need to get some more what's the word I'm looking for? Watch hours. I'm very close on the watch hours, but I need more watch hours before I can be, like, fully monetized on YouTube. Ooh, this is kind of cool looking. I'm at such an angle where I can see. It looks like a white. Yeah, it's per person versus, it's, yes, yeah. I wonder if I can angle this so you can see. You can kind of see it, but it looks cooler, I think, from my perspective. I have it at such an angle where it's just like green here and blue here. There's a little bit of kind of purple in there. Yeah, it's definitely set up differently. It's not a focus on streaming. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. I mean, it does seem like a little odd, I suppose, but at the same time, I knew that that's what the requirements were going into it. I knew that the requirements were 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of video time watched in the last 365 days. Like, it wasn't like a surprise or anything. It is part of the reason that I assume part of it is because they're like, well, if we're going to invest in you, we want to make sure that you're actually, like, going to do it. Although at the same time, I don't know, it's weird. It's kind of weird to me that you can't make ad revenue right away, but I don't want this to be such a, like, line sort of thing. Let's add just more splotches. But yes, I'm very close. I'm very close to being monetized on YouTube. I have some ideas too. So, actually, my headache has gone away. I had a headache earlier today, and I was like, I don't know if I want to stream today, but I felt a little bit bad. Because I'm like, well, I'm not going to have a new video this week because I've been putting off editing. And it's been a while since I've streamed, so I should do something. And luckily, my headache has gone away now. But yeah, there's not going to be a video this week. because I'm in like a weird funk where I have an idea of how I could make better videos, but I don't have this, like, I don't have the skill or the equipment to do that yet. I have some stuff on the way. I've ordered some things. But I have I have a bunch of video footage filmed, but I'm just like, but I know that I could make better videos than this. Oh yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, luckily it was not a migraine. It was just a little headache. I don't know what it was from. I had caffeine and stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure what was causing it. It's so hard to see well, you can kind of see that, but that's where you get the real shine. Oh, there you go. There you go. You can kind of see the blues and the purples and the greens in there. Yeah, I think that'll be good. A good light switch cover for my bathroom that does not have a light switch cover. Also, there's cat hair all over this mold now. Maybe this lab coat will help me prevent me from spreading cat hair everywhere. I say as I pull cat hair off of this mold. Okay. Yeah, I like those colors. And then we'll do purple and blue and black. And then we'll add some, actually wait, let's add some of that into one of these too. And we'll do pets. I'm gonna do the one that says be back. And we will do that one with some of these colors too, and we'll do the same sort of look, kind of a nebula sort of look. So we're just gonna dust a little bit in here. And kind of like splotches. Kind of nebula sort of splotches. Ain't a pet owner unless, yeah. I mean, you might be able to avoid it with a hamster. Maybe. I don't know much. How much do hamsters shed? I'm really not familiar. I'm doing kind of like a stripe down the middle on this one with like a few flakes off to the side. Yeah, I mean, either I don't know. I have, for a very short time, had a pet rat. It wasn't really my pet rat, but in 3rd grade, we did like a science fair thing where we trained pet rats, and we took care of them for a while. And I will say, good pet. I like it. They're very sweet. Pet rats are very sweet. There we go. A little bit of that. Parakeet feathers. You found parakeet feathers in a book. Oh boy. Well, so it's not just animals with fur either, apparently. Apparently that's our feathered friends are also shedding everywhere. Let's see. Yes, I think I'm gonna set these out of the way. I did also have this mold that I've never used. I did pull it out as well. I have a mold for a whole jar. Yeah, to be fair, I knew that they molted, but I didn't know, you know, how far the feathers would go. But yeah, I have this mold for a jar that we could do. We used to catch chameleons, keep them as pets. Pretty good pets, but always escaping their enclosures. Aren't chameleons like super fragile or something? Aren't their bones like super thin? Isn't that like a thing? I feel like I remember reading a thing about that. That'd be cute, yeah. I do have my cat hair dice, which chat pressured me into at one point. Oh, that's what I was talking about before, though. I was talking about how, like, Twitch versus YouTube streaming. Like, you know, functionally, it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same thing, like in the way that you do it. You know, it's still just streaming software, streaming to a platform. YouTube, you have to plan things a little bit more because you have to make a thumbnail beforehand. Twitch, you don't. You could just go live and start streaming. You know, and it's, you know, harder to find things or whatever. But I feel like the vibe is different. The sort of mentality of it is different. I don't know, it's different. Let me think about this. I feel like people are more, I don't want to say positive necessarily. People are more, I don't know how to say this. Because, like, I enjoy the heckling that I got more of, I think, on Twitch. Like, there was more friendly heckling. Everyone here is more, like, direct. Directly supportive, if that makes sense, like, in the way that they talk. Whereas I feel like there was more friendly heckling on Twitch. Which, again, I always enjoyed. The whole, like, making the cat hair dice and stuff was just funny to me. I find heckling, like, friendly heckling, to be amusing. Part of the reason me and one of my mods, I think, get on so well is because he's always heckling. And there's the whole, like, I was never good at, like, rating other people. There's very much a sense on Twitch of if you're streaming, you then send it to someone else. I never really did that because I'm like, I don't really know what the, things are more contained, I think, here on YouTube. Because like we were talking about, it's harder to find live streams on YouTube. So you find a person first, and that leads you to a live stream instead of looking for live streams and finding a person. Which probably leads to some of that culture too of you know, you find the person that you want to watch first, and then that leads to you watching their live streams as opposed to watching a live stream that then leads you to a person. Yeah, it's more contained. Where was I going with this? I don't remember where I was going with this. I don't remember. Let's see here. What? We've got three more. We've got three more tombstones. What should we do for these last three? Space resin stuff? Yeah, we're gonna do that. That's the plan for this and this. It's kind of a spacey one with the purple and the blue and the black over here. I'm trying to debate how much resin I want to make. I'm thinking I'm gonna end up making 200 milliliters instead of 100 milliliters. So that's this size here. I usually work in 100 milliliter units. But I'm not 100% sure. Make one look like it was carved from a gemstone. Oh, we could do like a dirty pour. Do like a dirty pour. That would be kind of cool. Let's do this cover too. We'll do the outlet cover. Make it look like a gemstone too. Maybe like oh, I have one that has spiders. So a black and white could be cool for that. Are you thinking like a black and white, maybe black resin with white ink on top so it kind of spiderwebs out? Or white resin with black ink on top so it spiderwebs out? That could be cool. Pull out, do you want to do, I think the white will spread out more, so we'll do black resin with white ink on top. Let me grab my white ink. Here it is. We'll do that in our spiderweb one. And then, what was it we were saying? Oh, gemstone kind of one. What color gemstone do you want? I think I could do that, but what color do we want? We'll do black and white spider webby for the, I could do like a green and copper. That's always a pretty combo. I do also have things like little bat glitter. Like we could do something like these with little bats. Like I have little bats. Find it, camera. You can do it. I believe in you. Camera. I just want you to find the bats. There we go. I've got like little bat glitter. We could do these. We could finish these off today too, by the way. I was gonna do like backgrounds. I was gonna do one in like a lilac color, one in like a pale blue-green, and one in an orange, I think. Because I don't know, they're clear, so the magnets would show up funky, like they'd show up weird. How about I just mix up those 3 colors and we could use those in a tombstone, do kind of like a pastel one? That might be kind of cute, actually. What if we did like a pastel sort of one? We did that. We'll do this, and we'll do this, and we're gonna mix those all opal. Opal would be easy to do. Opal, we just add some of our new flakes here into like a semi-opaque white. We could do an opal, I think, pretty easy. Like, we can do opal. Let's do, okay, so we could do opal. Opal will do, let me grab, we'll use the white ink, and then we will use, let's figure out which flake we want to use. Maybe this one, Hot Pink de Chartreuse. That one I think would be pretty. We'll use that one. We could use a couple of them, actually. Hot Pink de Chartreuse and Violet Aqua. Oh, I did a set of dice that was based on the Mystery Yeah, the Mystery Machine. Right? Wait. Is it Mystery Machine? From Scooby-Doo? Is that what you're thinking of? But I made a set of dice based on that at one point that was all of those colors. Hello! 2 a.m. Okay. Yeah, no worries. No worries. I know how life goes. Okay, I'm going to take that as a vote that Sunday at 4 p.m. is not a good time for you, considering it's 2 a.m. I was asking earlier what people thought of this time, but at the same time, you're stopping by, so, you know. I don't know. Set that back up there. Oh, it's from a while ago. Let me see if I have a picture. I think it is on my socials, but it was a while ago. Let me go to Instagram. Let me see if I can find it. So we'll do opal, right? Opal. Have a good day / night. Yeah, fair. You as well. Have a good day / night. Let me go back a ways. I think I posted him here. If it loads. I am in my basement. Signal, please. I would like the Wi-Fi. It's thinking. I'll give that a second. Okay, so lilac, pale seafoam, and orange. And those I think we'll just grab these cups here. Okay. Let me see. That was probably a couple of Halloweens ago. Be my guess. Do I have them? We'll see. We'll see if I have them here. Oh, here they are. Yeah, it's this set right here. I found it! To be fair, I don't know if those are even the colors of the Mystery Machine. I kind of just did it from memory. I was just thinking about Halloween things. I was like, I want Scooby-Doo dice. It's okay if that's not perfectly clean. That will be fine. Oh wait, this one already has blue in it. We could do that with the ocean. Yeah, I actually had that set bouncing around for a while before they finally sold at some sort of in-person event. I don't remember which event it was, but one of the in-person ones I went to. Oh. No, really good, inexpensive glow-in-the-dark paint. I have a big bottle of glow-in-the-dark paint. It's not the best. It definitely looks a little chalky, but it works okay. I should use it more, honestly, for dice and things. So we've got those for these. I should, I'm going to attach these to the bottoms of this so that I have a way to pick them up without touching them. Oh, looking up how to make your own. I'm assuming there's some sort of acrylic paint base, right? Like you can just get like the binding agent for acrylic paint and then mix in your own pigments, I would assume. I'm assuming there's just like an acrylic paint medium. That's what I'd look for, would be an acrylic paint medium. If you're looking to specifically make, you know, paint. That you could then mix, yeah, I would think so. I haven't done it, but I imagine that that's what you would need. It'd be like an acrylic paint medium. Alright, let me set that. I will let you guys in on secrets, not secrets necessarily, but I'll let you guys in on some plans that I have for moving forward a little bit. I have ordered some like a lav mic so that hopefully audio can be a little bit like more consistent in videos and I can film things as I go. I have a good mic for doing voiceover, but I think it might be fun. I realized that the videos that I like watching are the ones where like people are reacting to things. I don't mean like reaction videos. I mean arts and crafts videos where you also get people working on the projects and their interaction with working on the projects, and not just, you know, them talking about it after the fact, which is what I have been doing. I need another cup. So I want to do that. I'm trying, my current goal is to try and make videos that I would like to watch. That's kind of my current thought process is, you know, probably the best way to do things is just to make things that I would enjoy watching. Yeah, it's more dynamic. That's, yeah. I think it's fun. It has a different vibe for it. I think that's definitely more of an entertainment vibe than a informational vibe, but at the same time I can still do tutorials and stuff with switching between me talking at a camera and you seeing what I'm working on. I don't think it'll take away from that. But I spent yesterday stressing because I was trying to figure out how to get audio to work, because really audio will make or break something. Probably one of the things that I am lacking in with like streams and stuff, I would assume, is just audio. I assume that my stream probably sounds terrible. It could sound better at the very least. I'm using a webcam mic at the moment. Actually, I have a microphone. Where did I put that? Oh, it's over there. I have a microphone that I should set up. Audio is always the biggest headache, and it's the thing that makes or breaks too. Like, you might not notice it, but if audio is bad, it's not going to be enjoyable. Audio is more important than visual. Even though I'm working on visual stuff, audio is more important than visual. At least I think so. Maybe this is partially because I like to listen to videos while I work on things. You know, I like to be able to look over and see what's going on and stuff, but if I can't like listen to it while I'm working, and if I can't understand what's going on, even if I can see what's going on, it's just frustrating. So, audio. So I have a thing for a lav mic coming in. Yeah. And I have an idea for a tutorial, but I'm kind of holding off on filming it until I can get some of the equipment that I want in, which is part of the reason. Yeah, sound is so important. And that's part of the reason I decided to get a nice microphone for doing voiceover. I have a very nice microphone. I need to get a rug back down. I moved things around in my office space, so it's very kind of echoey in there at the moment, so the audio's not great. I need to at least get like a rug back down in there or something to dampen it a little bit, but I just don't have a good sound environment, honestly, in there. I'm facing a window. I have curtains, I suppose, but like, I don't expect the audio environment to ever be perfect in there for voiceover stuff, but I don't care. It's at a point where I don't care that much because I think that it is understandable. Hello! Wave back! So we're gonna do opal. Did we want to do one that was like black and white for the spider? Do we want to do black and white? Do we want to do black with like white kind of web design? Web design? Web design. It is computer themed. We're gonna do an opal one. At least one opal one. Oh, and then we're gonna do one that has the pastel colors. Okay, cool. I think we're set. I think we're good. Let me get some stuff out of here, though. Let's get all of our pigments into our mixing cups, and then we can actually get some resin going. Where was I going? I can't remember, but yes, so plans. I have plans for things I want to do, but it's also kind of put me in a mood where I'm just like, I have all of this video footage. I've got like probably video footage for like 15 videos or so, and I'm so unmotivated to use any of it because I know that the videos, I have ideas now for how I can make these videos better, and I'm just so like, I don't know that I want to edit these videos now because I feel like they're not as good as, you know, they're not set up to be as good as they could be. Even though I probably should just use the video footage that I have, get some use out of it. Especially since I don't have the setup for how I want to set things up eventually anyways. I'm still working on that. But yeah, there's not going to be a video this week. I am in the middle of editing something. So it's not like I've just given up, but I've just been unmotivated to edit recently. Let's do some of that one. We're gonna do some of this one. But yeah, I'm trying to like spruce things up here, like. And that was something I asked earlier. There's more people here now. What do you guys think of the like kind of paper border on the stream? I'm gonna add, I think I'd add also like a border around the smaller camera too, you know, down in the corner. But like, I don't know, is it distracting? Is it good and thematic? Is it kind of weird? Was it like, I don't know what that is? I don't know, what do you think? Look at all the sparkles. They're so sparkly. So we're gonna do that for opal there. And this is gonna be kind of our, this one's gonna be, I think, probably kind of our dump mold. You know what, let me grab, tell you what, you know you know this one I was talking about? I have a whole thing for like a whole jar. I'm gonna set this off to the side. This can be our dump mold for today. That can be our dump mold for today. If we have leftover resin, it can go in there. Although that does mean I'm probably gonna be, yeah, none of this stuff is going into the pressure pot. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm trying to like kind of start to like get things kind of thematic. That's kind of my thought there. Got that. All right, that's just gonna be black. These are, I'm gonna add a little bit of glow in the dark and some glitter. Cool, cool. All right, I'm getting positive things, so if you hate it, speak up now or forever hold your peace. Add a little bit of glitter. It does not take very much holographic glitter, I've found, to go a long ways with the like spacey sort of look. So we're just gonna add a little bit. And then we're gonna add some of the glow in the dark. I will say this glow-in-the-dark powder works really well, but the container it's in is so annoying because it gets everywhere. It like doesn't stay in the here. It gets like caught down on like the seam of the lid, and so it just gets everywhere. Add more to the black here. It's so fine. It's just a dusty mess. Messed? Why am I saying weird things? Dusty mess. There we go. Got it. So yeah, like it works really well. Container that it's in does not work really well. So we've got those. That's going to go with this, and we'll end this. That's just going to be black. These are going to be like a tealy cyan, purple and orange, all in kind of pastel colors. We'll do that with our white. Is that everything? And how much, oh wait, how much resin am I making? How much resin am I making? How much resin do these take? It doesn't say. Okay, I need to do some estimating, guys. Anybody want to help me with some estimating? I'm trying to guess about how much resin is going to go in one of these. I'm thinking at least 10, maybe 15 milliliters. If we go here, if you look at one of these, that line right there where my finger is 10. Right there, right where my finger is, oops, I'm sliding up. That where the fingernail is, that's a 10. That's 10 milliliters. Yeah, it's probably gonna be closer to 15, I think. I think it's gonna be closer to 15, so 30, 60, 90, 120. This is gonna be, I don't know if this is gonna say, I'll say this is a close to 100 milliliters right here. And then I've got a few more things. So, do I wanna do a whole 200 milliliters of resin? It's so hard to gauge it in real life. Yeah, I know. A D6. This will probably take about 5. We'll say this takes about 5. 5, 10, 15. I'm not always the best at guessing this. Yeah, I've got to know. That's true. I did pull out like this mold, which takes a bunch. So if we have leftover, that should be fine. And this is also going to be kind of a dump mold, the electrical cover. Oh, thank you. All right, let's clean out the 200. Woo! I'm going to do this under the table where I don't get little bits of resin everywhere. Sorry, you don't get to see as I turn it inside out. True, true. It depends on how much you have, to be fair. It can be, if you have like way too much, that can be a different problem. I've definitely done both ends of the spectrum before where I'm like, I don't have the dump molds for this setup. This is way too much resin, and also it's just like, ah, darn it. I have completely miscalculated and I've made half of a set of dice. I don't usually have that issue because I know, you know, it takes about 30 milliliters for a full set of dice. Well, at least my set of dice. So I don't usually have that issue, but when I'm doing a bunch of like individual designs, a bunch of individual dice, it makes it a lot harder. But yeah, we'll do 200 milliliters. Any extra can go in the big jar mold. Which, thinking about it, I probably should put that in the pressure pot, but I can't be bothered to just have one thing that I'm putting in the pressure pot out of all this stuff. I don't know why, because like it's not really that much more work to put something in the pressure pot, but it's just like just enough that I'm like, ugh, I don't wanna. On the one hand, you know, all the dice and stuff always look so good when they go in there, but I'm like, this isn't actually, wait, could this fit? Oh, this probably could fit. I probably could fit things in the pressure pot. Yeah. I usually do extra like dice molds. Yeah, I could fit this stuff into the pressure pot. Okay, we'll put things in the pressure pot. We'll put things in the pressure pot and make them all nice and clear and shiny, even though I'm doing pretty much opaque colors. But that does mean that we can use dice as dump molds then too. I could even, I've got some stuff off to the side here. Get around to it eventually. I've got some dice here that I've been using as dump molds that aren't full, that we can throw stuff into. So I guess I'll put things in the pressure pot since it'll all fit. It's one of those things where I'm like, I know it'll be nicer if I put it in the pressure pot. I'm just lazy. Alright, let me finish cleaning out this mixing cup. Almost done. Just doing random stuff, like extra resin. Yeah, you can end up with some really cool dice. You can end up with some weird dice too. Especially the ones sometimes where I only end up filling it like halfway full. And then I don't remember what color I've put in it, and I put a different color in, I'm like, oh, those colors do not go together. But part of the reason I do just a bunch of extra dice, and feel free to steal this idea, it's worked well for me, I enjoy doing it, is that at in-person events, I have a big tray of raw dice, just miscellaneous raw dice, and you can pick out whatever die you want, and it's $5. Very popular. Very popular with people to just pick a random raw die, or, you know, make a set of dice or whatever, and get them individually. I do also have them available in my shop, but I have it different. I have it set up where it's like a mystery raw set of mismatched dice, and you can send a request for colors or a theme or something. It's a little bit harder to have a big bin of dice to dig through online. Which is part of the reason I usually do that in person more so. Some things just work better at in-person. I have a lot more jewelry at in-person events too. Just because it's easy. Making listings, sell things online, I'm gonna be real here, kind of a pain. Kind of a pain. It's a lot of work to get all of the photographs taken, figure out like pricing and what information you need to describe, and get all of that stuff typed up. Yeah, it's a whole process. I do think that it's been easier on Shopify than it was on Etsy actually to get the listing set up, but I've debated doing more, let me clean off this stir stick here too. Jewel box we got easily holds 46. 10mm dice. Wonder if you can make it hold 50. Is there a reason that you wanted to hold specifically 50 dice? Just because it's a good even number, or? Nice round number. Oh, okay. Ah, that is more resin there. Oh. Am I putting this stuff into the... Am I putting this stuff into the... oh, no, I'm not going to do that. Never mind. Never mind. I have a commission that I need to work on, but I don't want to have to get the camera and everything. I have the camera. It's right there. I could work on a commission. I have a D10 that I need to re-pour. Could work on that, but do I want to work on that? Do we want to just... Let's just do this stuff. Trying to get some of this resin off of. I have a silicone like stir stick here, which works. It's like too big for the other cup, but it works well for this 200ml one. Okay, I think that's probably good enough. I think we're probably ready to rumble. Oh. Let me just grab some safety equipment. Maybe blow my nose real quick before I put my mask on. I use Art and Glow. It's a little bit of like a thicker, it's kind of a honey sort of consistency of resin. It's worked well for me. Honestly, the reason that I have been using it is because it was the first thing I got on Amazon when I first tried out resin, and it worked for me, so I just stuck with it. But it's worked well for me, so. But, sorry, I've gotten distracted. I get distracted every once in a while just pulling up little bits of resin off the table. It's like kind of satisfying. All right. But yeah, let me blow my nose real quick. I'm gonna mute myself. Since I'm gonna be putting on a respirator. You've been using Art and Glow too, and you enjoyed it. Oh, okay, cool. Alright, so I am gonna be muffled the rest of the stream. I'm also gonna be somewhat blind trying to read chat, but I will do my best there. But yeah, I'm going to sound like this, but you know, better to be safe and protect my lungs and all that. Oh, you started that yourself? It's just easy to find on Amazon, I guess, but it's worked for me. I actually have a couple of other kinds of resin sitting down here that we should just try on stream together at some point. I have some, what is it? I have some of the crit cast stuff, which I honestly got because it is reportedly food safe. You moved to Envirotex Light because it's far less fume odors. Oh, okay, that's fair. And then I also have some, what is it? I also have some liquid diamonds resin. So we should try those at some point. Maybe we'll have a stream where we try different kinds of resin and see how it goes. Okay, so we're gonna go for 200ml of resin, as mentioned. I'm going to be going quiet here for a minute while I try to pour things accurately, because I will make a mess if I don't shut up while I am pouring. So feel free to chat amongst yourselves. I'll tilt it up a little bit so you can see me pouring, but I will be basically like right back once I am done measuring things. I just got new things of resin too. So. I think next. I thought you tried swiping some of the large size gloves. Did you not? Or were you just talking about it? So I just yeah. Right. There's 100 milliliters of that. You do have some on your right hand. They always split right down the back of your hand. Turning from right, which is it's just slightly bigger than your left. Oh yeah. Well, you were talking about that. I thought you had already swiped some of the large size gloves though. Why is this not sitting right? It's like cutting into my neck strangely. Weird. Right. Yeah, I just thought you'd already swiped gloves, but maybe we were just talking about doing it for this part. Oh, well, that's going to be enough of that. Just double check. Yep, perfect. All right. I am back. We're going to stir so we can chat for a bit. And I think I wear medium. I don't have particularly... I'm not very tall, to be honest. I'm pretty short. It was funny, because I mentioned how tall I was once in a stream, and everyone was like, what? Everyone assumed I was, like, taller than I am. Which is just kind of funny to me. Yeah. How tall do you guys think I am? Or have I mentioned it recently? I don't know. Although I have just told you that I'm probably shorter than you think. Oh, this is going to take a minute. It is funny. So I have a friend group and we get together on like Saturday nights. We finally met up again yesterday. It was nice. It's been like more than a month since we've actually met up and had dinner together, but we try to do it every yeah, for some reason people were guessing like 5'6" last time and I'm 5'2". But yes, I'm 5'2". But anyways, in our group there is 7 of us. I think 4 of us are in the 5'2", 5'3" range. And then we have 2 guys. One of them I think is 5'5", and one of them is 5'8". He might be 5'8", 5'11". No, he's 5'8", I think. We have 2 guys. One's 5'5", and one's 5'8". And then there's my brother who's 6 foot. Like. We have just like, we're all these like gnomes, and then there's my brother who's just towering over all of us. It was very funny when we first met up again after COVID, because it'd been a while since we'd seen each other in person. We were still like hanging out on Zoom and stuff. Not the whole group, but like a few of us were hanging out on Zoom like once a week, just playing games together online, like not anything like video games, but like some of the like board game type online things. But the first time we met up again after COVID restrictions and stuff, one of my friends texted me after the fact and was like, has your brother always been that tall? And I was like, he was a child once, so no, but yes, he has always been that tall. Yeah, it is kind of funny. We're a little bit at the opposite ends. He's like a foot taller than I am. My little brother, who was a foot taller than me. I'm now suddenly reminded too of, I think I was 21 at the time. So my brother was not 21, that's my younger brother. I only have one brother, but he's younger than me. And I remember we went out to dinner at one point. Yeah, I was probably 21, 22, somewhere in there. So I was old enough to drink, but he got offered a drinks menu, and I did not. They offered him a drinks menu. He's like, I'm like, thanks, guys, thanks. I mean, I guess I'm glad I look young, but also like, hello, I am over 21. I don't drink, but also I feel a little insulted. Although at the same time, most of the alcohol in my parents' house growing up was my brother's. Which, that sounds really bad. He didn't drink it, he just did a lot of cooking. He had a lot of like cooking things, so he had, you know, like a bottle of wine for stews and things, and he got like Kirsch for doing like a cherry chocolate cake. I always get carded. Yeah. It happens. Rum for bananas foster. We should do that again sometime. It's good. You're 28. Yeah. I feel like just in the past couple of years, I've been getting less comments about looking like I'm very young. I don't know. I guess I've aged. I've aged in the past 3 years or whatever. So we're around the same age. I'm 29. Alright, let's see here. This is looking pretty good. I think we're good. I'm just checking to see if there's any like streaks in here. I've been scraping the sides and the bottom just to make sure there's none of part A or part B that's stuck somewhere. And I've been scraping off my stir stick to make sure there's none of part A or part B stuck on that. And if there is a big glob of it, it will show up as kind of like streaks in the resin if I, you know, mix it in a little bit. I'm not seeing any streaks. I think we're good. It's nice and clear. Angle you back down a little bit so we can see all this stuff. So we'll start putting things into our mixing cups. We're gonna need a bunch of the opaque black, which is this cup here. So we'll pour a bunch in here. We were saying so like probably about 60-ish of opaque black. So we're gonna go down to, we can go down to like 150, I think. We'll do 50 or so. Oof, the silicone's so thin, it's hard to. Ooh, a little bit more. A little bit more. Okay. So that's going to be our opaque black. Yeah, that looks about right. This is going to be our pearl, or not a pearl, our opal. So we'll add a fair amount of that here. Honestly, if I have like, you know, if I put too much in one of these, I'm not worried about it. Would a longer stir stick covered in silicone be better for your wrist? This is a longer stir stick covered in silicone. Imagine using one that looks like a wand or something. I mean, that would be cool. Someone wants to make me a stir stick that looks like a magic wand, or like, I could get some of those like glass rod stir sticks. I could get some of the like chemistry ones. That'd be kind of fun. I've got the lab coat, I could just go full scientist. And then we've got our teal, purple, and orange. Was there any other things I need to mix up? I don't think so, actually. We don't actually need a ton of these, but I figured we'll use, you know, anything that we don't use on our on these. I don't know if they're going to be phone grips or magnets, these ones over here with the bats, but anything we don't use there we'll use in elsewhere for, you know, other dice or the cover thing, the what is that called? Electrical, the outlet cover, or the thing over here, the what do you call that? It's a jar, I think. Okay, we've still got a little bit of resin in there, but I'm going to hold on to that for now. We'll leave the clear for now. I'm going to angle you guys down a little bit more. I feel like you cannot see all the stuff, but alright, I think we'll just mix up this pure black first. I think might as well, and get that stuff poured, because a lot of them are just going to be this opaque black. I've got a lot of resin here, so I'm going to put a big dollop of it. It doesn't take a lot of this pigment. Like, I think that'll probably be enough for this amount of resin. We'll see. I'll hold this close, because this one's always kind of fun. This one's always kind of fun to mix, because you got that little tiny dot, and then as you start mixing it, like, it turns into like a black hole. It's cool. It really, that little bit of pigment's really dark and opaque, and it really spreads quick. Yeah, that's plenty opaque. Recently got some just resin, black resin paste. I'm interested to try it out. Oh yeah, that sounds interesting. What is this one I've got? This one's literally just called black resin colorant. I can't even read it anymore. I've got so much stuff on it. Works really well. Yeah, I'd be interested to hear how the resin paste from Let's Resin, or from Just Resin, not Let's Resin, Just Resin, they're two different things. How it works. I haven't tried any of the like resin pastes before. That's one of those things where I'm like, maybe I'll try those out someday, but I haven't tried them before. All right. Nice opaque black. Set this over here. So these four down here are just going to be opaque black. And this will also tell us whether I estimated correctly on how much resin I'm going to need, because I made about 50 milliliters. I think I'm going to have way too much resin, guys. Oh, so much cat hair. Sorry, I'm going quiet here because I'm trying to pour without spilling. I don't have the best track record at talking and not spilling things everywhere. Oh, I'm definitely going to have plenty of resin. Because this did not take 50, this took maybe 40. So these take maybe 10 each. Okay, that's good to know though. These take maybe 10 milliliters each. Alright. Yeah, I've got a fair amount of resin left there. Well, we'll find a use for that. Let's do this opal one next. I'm gonna hold off on doing the we can mix up these colors, the ones with the glow in the dark, but I worry that the glow in the dark's all gonna sink if I pour that resin now, so I want to wait a little bit, I think, until the resin's a little bit thicker to pour. the ones with the glow in the dark. Wait until that resin is a little bit thicker and a little bit closer to, you know, the end of the work time. Ooh, I've got these flakes. Should we add some big chunky flakes in here too? Some big chunky iridescent ones? This is maybe a little bit more, we're going for opal, right? I think maybe a little bit more opaque, just a little bit, and maybe some chunkier iridescent flakes. So I've got those. Yeah. It's more variation in size, I think. Do I want to add more white? Make it a little bit more opaque? Yeah, I think maybe a little bit less of the glitter flakes and a little bit more of the chunky flakes would have been better. Because this just feels a little bit glittery, honestly, at the moment. And not quite as opally, but... Oh, actually, a little bit more white, I think, helped. Show you what we got going on. Let me mix it up. See if I can show you the sparkle in there. It likes to focus. There we go. Yeah, see, there's a lot of kind of like sparkle in there, but you do have some of the bigger pieces that you've got a little bit of shine off of, which I think helps. So I think we were gonna do so the person that requested the opal. Do you want one that says "buy" or one that says "ignore the screams"? Which would you prefer, buy or ignore the screams? You get your choice of which one I'm putting it in. Well, I'll start mixing up these colors over here. Or if you don't have a preference, other people are welcome to jump in with what they think. Should I do the buy or should I do the ignore the screams? Oh, this could be a little bit more blue, I think. This is a little bit green. I want something a little bit more blue. It's definitely teal, but I think I want a little bit more seafoam. And a little bit of sky blue. Not enough sky blue. Yeah, that's more of the color I wanted. Oh, and then added a little bit, made it a little bit darker, I think. Which I also like. I might add a little bit more white though, because I feel like it's still a little bit milky looking, and I want it to be more opaque. Ignore the screams would be nice. Ironic time for such a pretty tombstone. All right, let's do it. There we go. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Here's the pastel, like, tealy color. It looks more blue on camera. It's a little bit more green in real life. But let's pour this in while we mix those up. So we're going to pour this into the ignore the screams. Should I make it a little bit more opaque? Should I? Nah, that's fine. Actually, I might make it a little bit more opaque on the back. Because I'm going to be putting magnets on here. And I found that if they're like too translucent, which I might just grab, if it's like kind of translucent, sometimes it's a little bit, I don't know, you can see the magnet and it looks kind of funky. I'm going to make just a little bit of like white resin to kind of put on the back here to make it a little bit more opaque, make it harder to see that magnet. Get off. Okay. Just had a bunch of, I had a piece of resin, of cured resin stuck to my hand. Going very opaque. Whew. All right, so here's the question. What should, let's see. Yeah, I'll be in town next weekend. What should we stream next weekend? So I think I'm probably going to be streaming at the same time again. Probably Sunday afternoon again. Wait, am I doing something next weekend? Oh no, I think I'm fine. My dad was talking about getting help with something. Yeah, this is the Pinata Blanco. Yeah, this is the Pinata Blanco. I like that one. I've just found that it's nice and opaque. But yeah, it is quite heavy. That is something I am terrible at Petries. Getting Petries to work, and I think part of it might be the white. It might just be kind of maybe it's heavy because sometimes it sinks all the way, like all of it sinks to the bottom. Sometimes it like doesn't quite sink enough. Maybe this will sink, but honestly, if it does sink, that might be kind of cool. It's fine. I'm just trying to make the back a little bit more opaque so we can put the magnet on there without seeing it. So it's going to look a little bit funky on the back. It does look a little funky on the back. I'll try bringing you in closer so you can see. I don't know what it's going to do. You can kind of see it. It's kind of funky on the back there. There you go. But that's okay. Yeah, that might sink. That might be weird, but you know what? Everything's an experiment. It's fine. It's fine. All right, let's continue mixing up our pastels over here for our bats. Next up is going to be a purple. It's kind of a more blue purple, I think. This is from the set of alcohol inks that I got from my grandma recently. Put 2 drops because it's just kind of a very light color. But yeah, let's see. What should we stream next week? Should we work on dice? Should we work on some non-dice like resin things? I have a lot of non-dice resin things to make. I actually don't have a lot of. I've kind of taken a break from pouring dice recently, except for commissions. Oh, weird. It's like a really pretty light blue color. I think probably this will turn purple when it cures. But it is very light blue at the moment. I have a different purple that kind of does that though too, where it looks blue when the resin is still, wet. But once you actually get it. We'll add a drop of violet though. Oh, violet's the one. This is the one that also turns blue. I forgot. Okay, well that's fine. I know that it turns purple though once it cures, so it should be fine. It's just very blue in the mixing cup. Like, I mean, it's kind of purpley blue, but it's definitely blue. Does that look dark enough? I think that'll be fine. And then we'll do the orange. I also have some dice that I could ink. I have that as an option. We could try doing something that's not dice or resin related at all. I've been missing working on like painting and stuff. So we could do like a painting project maybe, or I don't know. Let's see, that's good. Yeah, I think that white might be sinking. I might have added too much of the pinata, and now that resin is heavy. You're right though, that pinata white is very very heavy. I think I like this orange color. Let's add a little bit more white though. Do soap? Yeah, I could do soap. I need to, I mean, that would give me a good excuse to clean out my soap area so that I can actually get to it. I just have stuff all over that table at the moment. honestly. That's the only thing holding me back is that I have a mess over there. Everything's all over the place. I do want to probably also check my oils. I might need to get some new like olive and canola oil. They might be a little bit old. They might be going bad. That's actually really with handmade soap. That's really the thing that gives your soap a shelf life is the oils in it. And the shelf life of the oils. All right. Let me get these first. So I'm just going to add a little bit to the back of this. And I'll spread that out a little bit. I might need to make this more opaque too. So I want these, if I do turn these into magnets. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Because you want like a little bit of extra oils. So the way that, so I do cold process soap. I mean, I have some melt and pour soap, but we would be doing cold process soap. So that's mixing oils and lye together to like have a whole chemical process that makes soap. Yeah, this is better. Maybe more opaque. That might be a little bit funky, but that's okay. What was I saying? Oh, but yeah, in the process, so it's a lot of chemistry, making soap is. There's a lot of figuring out how much of different kinds of oils you want and how much lye you have to have for each individual kind of oil. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I started out with soap before I did resin stuff. And honestly, part of the reason I don't do soap anymore, even though I enjoyed it, is just that you end up with way too much soap. Like, because you can't make just 1 bar of soap. You make like at least 10 bars of soap every time. It's like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do with 10 bars of soap? I don't need 10 bars of soap. So, I mean, I could put some of it for sale in my online store and stuff. That's actually, I mean, you guys want to hear it's like how I ended up making dice. I ended up selling dice because I made soap, but I can tell that story in a second. What was I saying? Sorry, there's a cat here. Grab that real quick. Soap dice. I mean, I could definitely do that. I could make soap with dice in them. I could make soap that looks like a set of dice. That could be fun. The soap that I'm going to make, that I need to make is, I'm gonna make some like wizard spell book page soap, like bars of soap that are like kind of like an off-white color with like lines on them, so it looks like text. That's the first plan for first set of first batch of soap that I make, because I owe a friend soap. I wonder. I mean, I could probably get like some like D20 shaped molds, right? So could do that. I'd need to think about the whole putting dice in soap thing. I imagine they'd be fine, but part of the soap making process is the soap getting very, very hot. It is definitely an exothermic reaction, making soap is. Oh, is this also... I think this is opaque enough. Yeah, I gave a friend an IOU for soap last Christmas, and I still have not made her soap, so I owe that to her. Got some of your old candle making gels. Do you think I found a loophole that could let you make them? Use a candle warmer to heat the gel. Just don't burn your house down, you're fine. Or your apartment, or wherever you're at. Oh. I'm coughing all of a sudden. Ugh. Again, I'm trying not to make a mess here. I get all quiet when I'm like focused. There we go. Okay. Won't be as runny as normal, but should be workable. Yeah. I have a bunch of stuff for making candles too. I've got a ton of soy wax and a ton of paraffin wax. I also got stuff for making nice bath bombs. And by that, my nice bath bombs, I mean like bath bombs that like fizz and float and stuff, as opposed to just citric acid and baking soda. I don't have good dyes for them, but like that could be fun at some point. Make some bath bombs. Get back into the bath supplies market. Seems like a very strange leap. Although, like I was saying, I did soap before I did dice. I actually had. Oh, okay, have a good one. Have a good rest of your day or night, whatever time it is. Oh, I don't know why my throat's suddenly like very dry. Maybe it's just from talking so much. Anyways, I made an Etsy because I had so much soap. I had kind of like I was selling soap at like, you know, a local bazaar type thing once a year. Because it was so much fun to make, but I didn't have anything to do with it, with, you know, a ton of soap, because you make a lot of soap. So I made an Etsy, honestly, mostly for the people locally who had bought soap and might want to get more. Because that was usually kind of what happened, is people would, you know, buy a bar from me locally, and then if they wanted to get more soap, they're just like, well, where can we get, you know, more? So I made an Etsy. Didn't really sell much soap on Etsy. And then I started making dice during quarantine. Didn't actually plan to sell dice, but I was like, well, I'll put up a couple sets on Etsy and just see if anybody, you know, wants them type thing. And then I sold. They all sold. So I was like, well, I guess I'm making dice now. We're selling them on Etsy. Guess that's a thing. So you can blame my soap making for selling dice, because I really just put them up on my Etsy because I already had an Etsy. I probably wouldn't have made an Etsy. You know what I mean? Like, probably wouldn't have made one just for the dice stuff. I was never planning to sell them. All right, start mixing up our glow-in-the-dark and holographic glitter. No. Hopefully this actually glows. Might need more glow powder. The black. I might have added too much black. I guess I could grab my little light and see if it glows. See if it turns greenish in color. I'm not seeing the glitter very much either. Oh, there's some glitter. I'm figuring also that the glitter might sink a little bit, so we'll see more of it. Purple, we're going to add a couple drops of this, and then I'm going to add like a little bit of black as well. Because I don't think this purple is going to be quite dark enough. Just a little bit though. And mix that up with our glow in the dark and our glitter. And again, this purple also looks blue before it's cured. So it's going to look kind of blue, just for now. Oh. I really don't know why my throat's so dry. I might go quiet for a minute. Rest my vocal cords. This is it's definitely a little chunky in here with the glow in the dark. I can see the chunks, but there we go. Yeah, let's add some more of this. I want it to be more like, not opaque, but like pigmented. I don't want it super translucent. This one's maybe a little bit like light. I don't know if it's gonna feel darker once once it's cured. No, we'll try this blue. The problem with the purple is that if I add too much, it ends up getting a little bit funky. Purples tend to have some problems in resin, I've found. Some of them, they just completely, you know, they turn red or blue or whatever. Some of them, they turn brown. Like, yeah, see, this blue is more of a nice dark blue. Is that my nice dark purple or is it my other one? Maybe this one's a little bit lighter. I'll add a drop of it. Yeah, this blue is a nice dark blue color. And again, yeah, purple is weird. Yeah, exactly. At the same time, though, it might be fine once it cures. Like, some of my purples, they look weird while I'm mixing them up, and then once it cures, it's fine. It looks great. I'm thinking this might be one of those ones where it looks weird and muted and kind of grayish. And I mean, I added some black, which is going to make it feel a little bit more grayish. Kind of blue. And then once it's actually cured, it's fine. Okay. There's a cat hair in here. What was that? Oh, this one's going to be that'll be our dump molds. This one's going to be our space stuff. Let's just start on here, because we haven't done this yet, but I want to. So, we get our little bits of cat hair off of here. So much cat hair all the time. Okay. So we'll add some of our purple and our blue first, I think. Yeah, the purple seems very translucent, is my concern. But we'll add some globs of it, and then we'll add some blue and some black, and I think that'll help. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do it kind of in splotches, and we can kind of do some of the other colors around it. So we'll do like some splotches of that, we'll do some blue, kind of around the purple. Yeah, it's a little pastel-y maybe, with how thin it is. The black might help though. Black might help, you know, darken it up. I don't want to make it too opaque though, or that'll kind of cover up the glow in the dark, I think. That's my concern there anyways, is I don't want to cover up the glow in the dark either. Let's add some black and then we'll decide where we're at. Yeah, the black, we'll mix it in a little bit. Yeah, I like the black in there. It has a lot of contrast. The blue and the purple seem very light, but like I like the black with it. It kind of like has some contrast. It's kind of cool. I don't know if the black will be very very glow in the dark, but you know, that might be okay. It might be okay if it's not. Alright, let's Add some more of the purple and the blue. Yeah, you know, I think this is going to be one of those projects where I'm not quite sure how it's going to turn out. We'll see when I unmold it. This could be weird, this could be cool. That's more black up here. I'll put black up here. Let's see. That seems good. I think that's another camera then. Okay. We'll do purple. Okay. I think we could definitely make this a little bit. Definitely add some more resin. Fill it up a little bit more. I think I'll add some of the blue and the purple where there's black, and then add some black where there's blue and purple. Help kind of mix things together a bit. Make it feel a little bit darker. I don't want to go too full and like cover up any of the pieces though that I need, like the middle part and those parts for the screws. Well, that's looking pretty close there. I don't know. Like I said, this is gonna be one of those ones where we'll see how it is once it gets unmolded. It's that purple, really. I feel like the purple, if it ends up, you know, a little bit like darker and more pigmented, it's gonna make or break. Like, it'll make or break this thing. So this could be weird or it could be cool. All right. So there's that. I think let me set that on the bottom tier here. Let me spritz that down first. Pop some of those bubbles on the surface. And I'm going to put that on here and get it out of the way. Set that over here. Alright, cool. And then we were also going to use that stuff in this one right here. We did the same sort of thing where we kind of like put some of our, we brushed in a little bit of the stuff, the pretty flakes. And then we'll put our blue and our purple and our black in there. We'll see if the blue and the purple show up much in here, because if I add like a bunch of black behind it, I think it's probably going to show up as mostly black. So I'm definitely going to add some black, but I think I want to make sure that I kind of leave some of it fairly translucent. Add a lot of the purple and the blue. It's going to be a little bit messier around the edges. That's okay, I can sand things if I need to. See, it just looks very dark at the moment. So, well, again, we'll see how it looks when it gets unmolded. Alright, we're definitely gonna have leftover resin here. Okay. Oh no! Oh gosh! Oh gosh! A mess has occurred. this was touching this, and it has caused orange to leak all down the side. There's like a bridge here. Oh no, that's not good. I don't want it on that side. It always kind of makes a mess when I touch the sides. So let's see if I can get that back on there without making too much of a mess. I'll set this off to the side as well once I get these cat hairs off of here. A little bit more resin. I'll set this off over here as well. Get that on our thing to go into the brush pot. So this one we're gonna do our opaque black. We're gonna do it with some white ink on top of it and try and get like a spiderweb effect. That's the idea anyways. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it looks. I think I probably just added way too much resin here, but try to spread that out as much as possible. So I'm gonna try and get kind of like a spiderweb sort of look on our one that has spiders on it. This is maybe ending up a little bit more stone-like than spiderweb-like, but we'll see. I think it'll look cool either way. Oh, actually, I ended up with an okay amount. Ooh, onyx. Yeah, onyx. You're right. Kinda did. Still got some leftover resin in there too. So we're gonna need some we're definitely gonna need some dump molds. Oh, you've estimated incorrectly. Okay, and then this one I'm just gonna do all of our pastel ones. I'm just gonna do little splotches of pastel. Do a spot there. We'll do a spot here. Let's do some of our purple. Big splotch of purple there. Some up here. And we'll do some of our orange. There's more cat hair in the orange. Get out! Stop it! No cat hair! It's illegal. No cat hair. Oh, I think this might be kind of cute. A little pastel one, I like it. And we'll do just a little bit more orange over here. And then we'll just continue doing that with big globs of the resin. I like doing hidden cat hair and cat molds. I do have cat molds. Should we finish these off today too? I got some little cat molds. This one's just black. I could pour something over the top of it. I don't know what I want to put on that. We've got enough leftover resin. We could do something with those. I like these colors together though. These are cute. The little cat molds. I know. I think I want to turn them into like earrings or pendants or something. I thought that would be cute for kind of Halloween sort of vibes. Little cat ones. might grab the, yeah, we'll do some dice. I need more miscellaneous dice, so we'll do a bunch of things there with leftover resin. I'm going to switch these down. These are all filled up now, which is kind of exciting. Just pop some bubbles here. Clean those off. Pop some bubbles here on the surface. Get some cat hair off the surface. And then I'll send these off to the side here as well. Let me pull this back down. This is my tiered tray for going into the pressure pot. Let me set this top. Oops, I spilled resin when I was moving that. Let me just move some of this away. I don't want the black going into the white there. It might have a little bit already, but okay. Let me set this off to the side. Alright. I was thinking that I was gonna make this with like the pastels, I think, right? Oh, we could do it with the oh, it would be so cute with the pastels and the like opal color. This little like the yes, this would be cute. This will be cute. I could make other light switch covers too. I could just replace all sorts of different light switch covers in my house, but I'm gonna add a little bit of this like opal stuff first, and then we will add the like pastel-y colors. So I think those will look really cute together. I'm gonna do kind of like a line of opal, kind of like, you know, like it's like a rock. It's kind of like veins of things in it. So we're gonna do kind of like a vein, I think, of the opal, kind of going through there, and I'll have a little bit down here too. So there's kind of like a little piece kind of going here. And then we will add our purples, our purple and blue and orange kind of around that a little bit. Maybe kind of in lines around it. Let's try to frame it a little bit with our other pastel-y colors. That could be cute. Do them kind of in lines as well. We'll see how it looks on the front, to be fair, once I am older. That's the thing with these is like, you know, I'm working from the back here, so I have to try and kind of guess how things are going to look once I unmold them. But that's part of the fun. That's part of the fun of dice, too. It's just like, you know, I'm not quite 100% sure how this is going to turn out, but I think it could be cool. And that's kind of where you get the whole everything's an experiment sort of mantra, I guess. It's like, well, I don't really know how it's going to turn out, but let's try it, see what happens. There's more cat hair. No. That's another piece of cat hair. I can see it right there. I don't know where all this cat hair is coming from. I assume that I usually bring it in on like my sweater. You know, I'm usually like wearing a sweater or whatever, and I'm bringing it in, but I didn't think I had a ton of it on this lab coat. It's possible I just had a ton of it on this lab coat. Like, you know, I'm starting to second guess myself. Probably just had a ton of it on this lab coat. I see another cat hair too. More cat hairs for a single resource. Happy little accidents, yeah. I'm not sure if you're talking about the cat hair or everything being a surprise, but when you mention happy little accidents, I'm going to assume you mean everything being a surprise and not the cat hair everywhere. I probably should get some other stuff going. Like, this is obviously taking a little while. Hopefully I'm not taking too long here. Well, everything else is, you know, starting to set. Well, I feel like this is a cute idea. To be fair, if this turns out, I might have to do more of these. Because, like, the way I'm envisioning this is very cute. And sometimes the cat hair does interesting things too. That's one way to put it. Let's connect those two. Why not? We'll just connect it. Hopefully I have enough of this resin left too. I can add some more of the opal. To be fair. Add a little bit of the opal down the side here. And a little tiny bit up in the corner here. To be fair, with the light switch covers, let's see. I take a single cat hair, draw it across the top side of resin, which has a bunch of different colored pores on it. I mean, I guess. I suppose. I am sensing that, it could be a problem with the light switch covers where you want them to be somewhat opaque so that they cover, all the wires and everything. I don't know if it's going to look weird if it's semi-translucent, like this one is, going to be with all the opal sort of look. So I don't know if it's going to end up, like, kind of making it look messy, or if it's going to be cute that way, or what. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll have to try it on an outlet somewhere. Maybe it can go in my bathroom too. Replace one of the outlet covers in there. A little more purple. A little bit of teal in the very middle. I'm like trying to kind of like paint with the resin, which doesn't always work the best. I feel like it tends to move around a lot. That's cool though. If it turns out, I'm gonna try bringing you in close again to show you as they're trying to pick it up, because I think I'm gonna make a mess if I try to kind of like, you don't necessarily see the sparkles, but I've got like the opal stuff running through it. So it's got a lot of those, kind of pretty colors in it that I think are kind of highlighted by the pastels. But now I have to figure out. Actually, let me make sure that there's enough in here. And I will try to put photos of how everything turns out in the Discord. I might try and do a, should I do another short? That's something I've been trying, is like making shorts where I unmold, stuff from the streams. I don't know, do those interest people? Do people enjoy those? I think I actually want to put this on the bottom and these on top. And the reason for that is that my little tray thing here is not, it's not perfectly level. And I feel like if these, maybe I can't. It might not work actually. Never mind, this is going on top. Oh, okay. I'm making a mess. But yeah, I figure, like, it's fun to have the live streams where I make all this stuff, but I always feel kind of weird because it's like, well, you guys don't get to see how it turns out. I can post it in my Discord, but not everyone who is on my YouTube channel is, in the Discord. So I'm thinking that, if I do the shorts, then people who are not in the Discord but are on my YouTube channel will, then hopefully they can see how things turned out. It's kind of my thought process. but also, shorts. Do I want to take the time to make shorts if other people aren't interested in them? You know what I mean? It's like, do I really want to do that? I could make videos. I could work on editing videos instead. Okay, got that going. Oh, where am I gonna set dice if I make dice? Where am I gonna set dice if I make dice, guys? All right, let's do this. Let's try it. Let's pour stuff into here. We're gonna finally start making one of these one of the thingamajiggers, the words. I'm so sick of words all day through. Jars. I haven't used this mold before, so let's just try it out and see what happens. We're just gonna use this as a dump mold and dump everything in here. I might add some of the opal stuff over one of the cats here. We could do that. I think that'll be cute. I will spread that out a little bit. I think that'll be cute, a little opal cat. The black background will actually kind of help the stuff show up more, I think, too. Just got to get it into all those little pieces, especially with the big chunks. You know, those aren't going to fit into the like the tail and stuff as well. So this might require a little bit of sanding and things. It's cool. Looks pretty though. I'll show you once I get things into like the tail and the little pawsies. The little pawsies. I'm gonna add a little bit more so it's not quite as, yeah, I'll add a little bit more, but that's kind of how it's looking. Cool, there's a cat. I've got a space cat here. I don't know that I have. Could do like a black maybe. I'll just do some of the like black, because it's got kind of like a clear spot part going through it with some like flakes. So we could do just some black, I think, and then I'll have the other side be like the side that's up. So we'll just use some black. I'll do the black that has the holographic glitter in it too. Why not? I was originally thinking I might try and do something a little bit more exciting, but I really don't know what I would do with this one. So we're going with that. And then the rest of the stuff is going to go into the jar mold that I've just never used. I've never used it partially just because it takes so much resin. Hi! Yeah, my plan is to stream on Sunday afternoons now. Well, it's afternoon for me. I don't know what time it is for you. It's kind of just ended up being the only day that I have available to stream now, which is kind of sad, but what you gonna do? And strangely, I think it might work better for some people. There's so much cat hair! So much cat hair. It never ends. I usually like trying to grab this once there's resin on my hands, but yeah, I think this might work out actually. I think it. Oh, sweet! Yeah, I am thinking like, you know, people probably aren't at work as much on Sundays, so it might work out. But I don't know. Everyone has different schedules. So I'm not gonna be able to stream at a time that's good for everyone, unfortunately. But this is what's working for me at the moment. So I am trying to decide what I should stream next week. should I do more resin? Should I do soap? We were talking about doing soap maybe next week. So I need to make soap, but also I need to really clear off my space that I have all my soap stuff. It's a mess, so it's like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna have that clean enough to make soap next Saturday. I have a commission I need to work on, and I have all sorts of things I need to work on. I have some inclusions I need to paint. I don't know when I'm gonna find time to clean in here. We could just have a live stream where I clean my workspace. That sounds like a good plan. Probably be useful to me actually, but what color should we do next? Let's do a pastel teal. Why not? We're just dumping all of the rest of our resin because I made way too much into this huge jar mold that I've never used before. I haven't used it before because it takes so much resin, and I've just been like, well, I might, maybe we'll do some inking, guys. I'll figure it out. I'll go and like probably sit down after this and think about what I actually need to get done. We'll figure that out. Yeah, I'm making this. We're gonna start on making this giant jar. Why not? Got the lid too. There's so much cat hair. Get off. It never ends. Okay. And I do kind of want to see how this jar turns out, just because it is a bit of a mystery. That's over here. I'm going to add some of this into the lid as well. And I'm not going to have enough resin to fill this today, I know, but we can continue to add things to it as we go. This can just be a big dump mold. What am I going to do with the jar once it's made? No idea. But we're going to make it. I've decided. It falls under the category of let's try out some molds. So yeah, so the stuff that we were actually working on today is I had some little, you did kind of miss the new molds. They're already sitting off to the side over here. I'm just kind of getting rid of all the extra resin now. But we made some tombstones and some light switch covers, which I've been wanting to make like light switch and outlet covers for a while. I don't know why, but it's one of those things where I'm like, ooh, I want to make those at some point. That sounds fun. And then I made the mistake of going to a craft store recently. I need more gold paint to fill in numbers on dice. Went to a craft store and then spent way too much and found molds and things. So the molds that I found were some little tombstones that are, they're obviously for like cooking. I don't know if they're for making chocolates or hard candies or what, but they had a lot of like little detail, which I was surprised with the food molds. White. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of surprising to me. Oh, you know what I should use this. I have an idea. Should it be a video? I have an idea for this mold. Once I use it as a dump mold, I have an idea for it. You would not believe. The hint I will give you is you would not believe the amount of scrap resin that I have. Just, cured resin that's left over. I have a lot. That's going to be a video at some point, is figuring out what to do with all that scrap resin, but someday when I find the time to make that video. Where's all this cat hair coming from? There we go. Alright, we'll put some black. Starting to save some videos to watch while waiting in the hospital to do your mother's chemo treatments. Yeah. That makes sense. Good to have something to do. mostly just opaque black resin. It's going to end up a little bit more gray because I had some white ink in there. That's what this is, and then we'll add more black. So I've got other black opaque resin here. I've got like a bunch of black opaque resin. Let me see if I can pour it so you guys can see what's going on. I'll just pour it in the middle here. Why not? I can just go down the middle. It's kind of like one of those like weird dump pour things. You know what I mean? Where you take like a dirty pour where you, or with like paint. Do like a whole cup of paint of different colors and you put it in the middle of the canvas and you pick it up. So like the fluid art stuff. It's reminding me of that with like the shape here. And it just flowing down the middle. And we'll add more colors on top and let them flow too. That could be cool. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm thinking maybe I will make a short of unmolding everything just so people can see how everything turns out. That's my current thought, current plan. Let's do this off to this side here. The purple's starting to look more purple, I feel like. Like, as it's been sitting here, it started to look more purple instead of like gray blue. So that's a good sign, right? Yeah, and this is definitely starting to get a little bit thicker. Yeah, it is going to be, I'm not going to have a new video this Thursday, probably next Thursday, because I need to finish editing it, and then I put it on Patreon and for members on YouTube a week early. So nothing like new to just public YouTube this week for videos, unless I do a short unmolding everything. I do plan to stream next Sunday as well. I think this worked out pretty well. You know, it was a little bit of an experiment today to see if Sunday worked for me. So I'm like, well, in theory, it should work for me, but, you know, let's see how I like it. But I think this worked out pretty well, honestly. So probably another stream next Sunday, and then I'll have a video, hopefully, the week after that. I was talking earlier, I've just been a little bit unmotivated to make videos just because I'm at that point where, like, I know how I want things to be better, but I don't have the equipment or the skill set to make them better. So I've just been kind of unmotivated. Which, you know, you'd think that that means I'd want to do more stuff, but it's like, I have all this video footage, but I know how it could be better. So I just kind of want, I've got some stuff ordered to hopefully help me in that quest to make some videos that I find more enjoyable. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, I just have some more black left, it looks like. Oh, and clear. Let's add some clear. Well, actually, this is filling up pretty quick. It's filling up quicker than I thought it would. Motivation slump, yeah. So, I mean, it's fine. I'm just focusing on, like, commissions at the moment. I've been very busy with commissions recently. I really need to get some stuff sanded. I have things that are, I really only sand things once a week. And I have kind of a two-stage process to sanding. I have this step where I use a flat lap to get all the lips off, and then I have one where I sand everything like smooth before they go into the tumbler to polish. And so I have a bunch of things that are I've sanded off the lips, but I still need to sand them smooth so they can go into the tumbler to polish. So I just feel like I'm very behind on some of my commissions and stuff because I'm just like, that stuff needs to get done. But it's hard to find the time. As I said, someday I will go back to doing this full time. Someday I will be able to do this full time. That's the dream. I'm hoping I can make the YouTube thing work out and have another source of income that way, so I can go back to doing the art stuff full time since I enjoy it so much. Not that I don't enjoy my other job, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot having to, working for myself and also having a part-time job. Having a full-time job and a part-time job, I suppose, as the case may be. Even if I do enjoy both of them. Add some black here. Add more black here. And this is black that hopefully glows in the dark. Well, we'll have to see how well the black glows in the dark. I will try to remember to, in the short of unmolding things, show off how things look in the dark too. Because we did try to make some stuff that's glow in the dark. We'll see how well it glows in the dark. Because I put other ink and stuff in there with it, but we'll have to see. Alright. I do think that this is wrapping everything up for today, because I'm going to go put the stuff into the pressure pot. But yeah, thanks for hanging out for a while. Like I said, I'll be back next. Did I add all of my resin? Is that all the resin? Yes. I'll be back next Sunday as well. I do need to figure out how to put this onto here. So you can hang out for a second while I try to figure out how I'm going to arrange things so that this fits. Ugh. So I think it's going to be better if this is on the bottom, but let me see if I can figure out how to fit it on the bottom here. Oh, darn it. This is why I don't... That orange one's causing me so many problems. And I guess it's good that it's on my sleeve and not my arm, but... There's cat hair in it now. There's cat hair in it now. Alright. How am I going to fit this? Let's get over here. Oh, wait. I think we're good. I think we've got it. Alright, there we go. We got that there. We'll put our cats down here. I think this might fit up top, maybe. It's like a balancing act. Okay, got that. Alright, I think I've got everything balanced. Alright, I'm gonna go, oh no, the other lid. I wonder if I could balance something like on top of something else, like this lid. I need these to be flat though. Guys, I need help. These are, so there's some stuff here that I don't necessarily have to put into the, I don't have to put any of this into the pressure pot really, but will it fit here? No, that's gonna overhang too much. I do need another tier. If I had like a little like box maybe that I could put over this. could put this like, just fit inside this. I don't want to create a seal. I wonder if I could do that and then put stuff on top of that. My problem is that I need the, I don't think I have enough space still though, because I need to be able to, this needs to be flat on this. These down here need to be flat. And this is not flat. Although I could do this and then put something flat on top of it. Right? And then, wait, I have an idea. I have an idea. Okay, you do that. We're playing Tetris, guys. I have some ideas. So this is going to have to go on top. These can go in here. These can go in here. That's flat enough. I can see if this will fit down here. Ooh, I'm creating a mess. No, no, wrong direction. Stop it. Flow, flow back where you need to flow. I'm hoping that that's not too big that it hits the sides. I think we'll be okay. All right. So we can stack this with this on top, and I don't think it'll create a seal just because it's, you know, the wood. I worry that this might be a little too tall, but it's going to be very close. And then we can stack that might be too tall. We'll put the cats up here. And if I can't fit these down here, that's not a huge deal. These can just be out. I'm fine with these not being in the pressure pot. These are backgrounds anyways. Those are just backgrounds, so that's fine. We'll see if it fits in the pressure pot. It may or may not. No, I don't want that there because I got there's green in my black. I don't want that. Get out of there. All right. I'm gonna. Thank you. I'm gonna head out and go try and get this stuff into the pressure pot. But have a good week, guys, and I will hopefully see you guys next Sunday as well.